Terry Nosler. I know there's a lot of controversy around carbohydrates, especially for workouts. There are people like the paleo folks, the keto diet people who just don't want to even think about carbohydrates. And then there's other folks who are into the Mediterranean diet, the DASH diet, or just a general workout program where they realize that carbohydrates not only replenish your glycogen from a hard workout, but they give you the energy that you need to do a good workout as well. So depending on where you are in this whole spectrum, this might be something that would interest you in terms of if you do eat carbs and certain kinds, how can you reduce the amount of calories that you're going to absorb from the carb source? And it all depends on the cooking method. See, when you cook carbohydrates, there's these polysaccharides in there called amylose and amylopectin. And when you cook the carbohydrates, the polysaccharides, and cool the food, they connect to form indigestible chemical bridges, something that we'll refer to throughout this article or this presentation as a resistant starch. You can influence the calories that you absorb from carbs by how you treat the foods after they have been cooked. This is the secret. So by cooling them, after you cook them, you change the starch composition and you reduce the available calories in the food. I'll give you an example. We've talked about it before, potatoes. Cook a potato and the starch turns to sugar. If you let that potato cool, then it becomes resistant starch. And resistant starch, by definition, is something that resists the initial stages of digestion, passes through the body into the colon, where it serves as food, actually, a prebiotic for the good bacteria in your body. And I'll go over it more, but it forms something called short-chain fatty acids, which then can be changed to butyrate, which helps to fuel ATP production in your mitochondria and give you the energy that you need to do your workout while improving your overall health. So it's actually a win-win if you do it correctly. As I said, resistant starch, resistant to the initial stage of digestion, and it becomes food again for the good bacteria. Now, other examples would be bread, for example. If you eat bread and you want to still get the bread and reduce some of the calories, here's the tip. Freeze the bread first. Take it out of the freezer, toast it, and then you have the resistant starch. And what happens, coconut, for example, if you add coconut oil to water when you're going to cook rice, the water boils, you add the coconut oil, and you find that when you cook the rice then and refrigerate it, you get that same benefit. Now, the benefit will be about 50% fewer absorption of those calories. So you're going to get some of the benefits, obviously, from the carbohydrates, but you're going to absorb fewer calories. A reduction of 50% in the calories, which is the same as would be gotten for pasta. Cook your pasta, cool it, and then when you reheat it, you're going to have some resistant starch. And again, about 50% fewer calories are going to be absorbed. Again, the indigestible chemical bridges become a win-win. You're digesting fewer calories, but you're getting good bacteria in the gut, which also has a big influence on whether or not you're going to be gaining weight from the food that you eat. We've heard about the studies where you take bacteria from overweight animals or people, put them into people who are trying to lose weight, and they can lose weight. So you take the bacteria from healthy people, put it in unhealthy people, and you get some of the changes that the healthy people have. So again, it's a very, very important thing because you're also getting better insulin utilization because of the breakdown of carbohydrates being done slowly. And again, that's a real secret for bodybuilding in terms of losing weight, is proper insulin regulation in the body so that you're actually more interested in burning fat than you are just burning sugar or carbohydrate for energy. Now, one little caveat to the whole thing, probably would be better if you are choosing better carbohydrate sources to begin with. The more fiber, the denser the nutrients, the more that they will naturally be digested slowly to begin with. But if you want your bread once in a while, you want some pasta, you want some potatoes, utilize the cooking method that we're talking about, and you can get, again, all the good benefits, but with fewer calories absorbed.